Imagine a small town in colonial America, where the scent of freshly baked bread mixes with the whispers of revolution in the streets. One young boy would discover that courage can come from the most unexpected places. In the quiet town of Salem, Massachusetts, in the year 1775, the streets were alive with whispers of rebellion. British soldiers patrolled the cobblestone roads, their boots clicking sharply against the stones. Shops displayed their goods, but behind every door, families worried about the uncertainty of war. Young Thomas Whitmore was no ordinary boy. At 12 years old, he had a curious mind and nimble fingers, inherited from his father, the town's most skilled clockmaker. Thomas spent his days in the dusty workshop behind their small house, surrounded by ticking clocks, brass gears, and the faint smell of oil. He had an unusual gift. He could listen to the rhythm of any clock and understand its secrets. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the trees and the town grew quiet, Thomas overheard a conversation while delivering a package to a neighbor. Two British soldiers were discussing troop movements and a secret plan to seize the town's hidden supply of weapons. Thomas's heart pounded. This knowledge could change the outcome of the coming days. But how could a boy stop soldiers armed with guns and authority? He ran home, mind racing. Sitting among the ticking clocks, he had an idea. His father's workshop was filled with mechanical wonders, and Thomas realized he could use them to his advantage. He spent the night working feverishly, assembling a series of small mechanical devices that could create distractions, trigger alarms, and send signals, all hidden inside the town's clocks. The next morning, as the British troops advanced toward the town's armory, Thomas activated his clever plan. A loud series of chimes erupted from the town square clock, startling the soldiers. Hidden mechanisms released smoke and sparks from the clock tower, confusing their senses. By the time the soldiers regrouped, townspeople, warned by smaller, cleverly rigged clocks throughout Salem, had moved the weapons to safety. Thomas had done more than protect a storehouse of guns. He had shown the town that intelligence, creativity, and courage could defeat even the most powerful soldiers. Word of his cleverness spread quickly, and the boy became a symbol of ingenuity during a time when every act of bravery mattered. But Thomas didn't stop there. Throughout the Revolutionary War, he continued to use his skills to create clever signals and warnings, helping townsfolk stay one step ahead of the British forces. Every ticking clock in Salem became more than a timepiece. It became a messenger of freedom, a testament to the power of quick thinking and courage. When the war ended, Thomas's name was remembered not for fighting on the battlefield, but for fighting with his mind. His story inspired generations to believe that bravery comes in many forms, and that even a young boy in a small town can change history. Years later, children would gather around the same clocks Thomas had repaired, listening to the gentle ticks and imagining the boy who had outsmarted soldiers and helped his town stand strong. His legacy became a lesson. Courage is not always loud, but it is always powerful.